Mike Tyson and Roy Jones, September 12th, Carson, California. Exhibition bout. What do y'all think about this fight? You like it? Are you for it? Yay or nay? A lot of people are going to be interested in this fight. That's the truth about it. Anytime Mike Tyson do anything concerning boxing, whether it's short little clips of him in the gym, hitting the pads, hitting the heavy bags, it's going to spark up an interest in Mike Tyson, man. Mike Tyson's a cultivating figure, you know what I mean? He's an American icon, man. Mike Tyson is like Michael Jordan, Mike Tyson, Jordan, Jackson, you know what I mean? Like Biggie Smalls and Jigga said on these tracks, respectfully. You know, Jigga take everything Biggie do, so Biggie did it first, but that's for a whole nother story. Mike Tyson, man. Mike Tyson hasn't fought since 2005. I believe Mike Tyson's 54, 53 years old. Not quite sure exactly how old Roy Jones is, but I'd probably say Roy Jones pushing 50. Gotta be. Bernard Hopkins' last fight was what, 2015, maybe 16, I believe? 16, actually, because 2014 he lost to Kovalev. And he was about 52. Yeah, man was 52, dog, when he fought Joe Smith Jr. So Roy Jones gotta be pushing 50, if not 50 already. Yes, indeed. The thumbnail you see, that ain't how Mike Tyson and Roy Jones gonna be looking come September 12th. Don't get it twisted. I'm not saying they're not gonna come in shape, but the thumbnail you see is looking like Mike from '88 and Roy Jones before when he was at middleweight or when he was even campaigning at 154. You know, Roy Jones, the first man to ever come all the way from 154, start his career at 154 pounds and able to win a heavyweight title when he beat John Ruiz. Yeah, buddy. So, man, Mike Tyson and Roy Jones, I believe it's an 8 rounder, right? 12-ounce gloves. You know what I'm saying? All fighters over 147 pounds fight with 10-ounce gloves. You know what I'm saying? So they're going to be using 12-ounce gloves. Not too bad. I thought they were going to be using 16-ounce gloves out there looking like Mike Tyson's punch out. But nah, they're going to use 12-ounce gloves, so I'm cool with that. No headgear, and it's an exhibition. It's an exhibition, man. An exhibition. What does that really mean, man? I seen Floyd Mayweather in an exhibition with this guy named Tension on that Rising shit a couple of New Year's days ago, right? I don't know what the Japanese dudes thought, but Slim got his ass whooped by Floyd. Floyd beat the shit out of him in 1 round, and the dude was smaller, featherweight. Yeah, Mike Tyson's a natural heavyweight. Roy Jones has ventured up to heavyweight. He's probably a heavyweight now because of age and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But ooh, he's definitely gonna be the smaller guy. That's for a fact. And I'm thinking, okay, it's an exhibition. I'm not even gonna compare Ivan Drago and Apollo Creed because that's a movie. But Apollo Creed got killed in an exhibition. Damn near tension got tension got destroyed. He was crying, man. He was crying like a baby when Floyd Mayweather whooped his ass, man. I think Tension was under the impression this is just an exhibition till he felt pain. And he was like, oh no, this is what it feels like being hit by the number one greatest pound for pound boxer of his generation. I ain't say of all time. That's what I'm not going to do. I'm not saying TBE the best ever, but Floyd was the best of his generation. Floyd Mayweather is, I'm sorry, Mike Tyson was a once in a generation type of fighter too. Still is a pulverizing, captivating figure. And I can guarantee you this fight's gonna be on pay-per-view, right? I don't know where the proceeds go, whether it goes to charity or what, or if it goes to enriching both guys, Roy Jones and Mike Tyson. Don't matter to me. But the world will be watching, at least in USA. These are two known names, and I can guarantee you this. This fight right here will probably get more traction than current boxers. And that's why I say these current boxers need to be ashamed of themselves. Mike Tyson and Roy Jones, two washed up guys, can come in this day and age and still take and hold the spotlight and the limelight compared to these other guys who are currently languishing, you know, in obscurity. Except for there's a few fighters here and there, and I'll probably make another video about that. But for the most part, I've always said, go look at what guys like Ray Leonard and them were doing at 22 years old. Go look at what Javante Davis and them doing at 22 years old, 23. It's not even comparable. Today, that man, Javante Davis, will get a legacy fight when he's 30 plus years old. By design, not because there ain't nobody who trying to fight him. That's just how he's going to roll the dice. Mike Tyson, great fighter, man, for his generation. Could have been an even greater fighter, could have been the greatest of all time, but he had a couple road bumps in his journey through life. But that's neither here nor there. We still love Mike. We still gonna watch Mike. We love Roy Jones too, but I don't want Roy Jones to get hurt. I don't want him to end up like Enzo Maccarinelli, what Enzo Maccarinelli did to him. Dennis Lebedev, Danny Green, Glenn Johnson, Antonio Tarver. You know what I'm saying? Roy Jones' losses, except for maybe Calzaghe and B-Hop, ended horrific. I'm saying? I'm keeping it tall with y'all. Roy Jones hasn't been in the ring since 2018, so he's definitely the fresher fighter, as opposed to Mike, who has not been in the ring since he was sitting there on his ass with one arm on the rope in Washington, D.C. at the then MCI Center when he fought the Irish guy Kevin McBride, and he just quit. I didn't go to that fight, but in particular, I should have gone to see Mike Tyson, but that would have been a sad scene. I know my man R. Russ, big up R. Russ with the deal, Russ. I know he went to that Mike Tyson fight, and he said, man, it was disappointing, man. He said like a part of him died seeing Mike Tyson just there sitting on the canvas, like shaking his head like, man, I'm cool, man. Versus Kevin McBride. But I think this fight, if the pay-per-view, I highly doubt it's going to be 70, $80. Not in this climate. Not for two old washed up guys. I think ideally, for them to get the sales that they want, they should probably market at 10, 20, 30, 40, max $50. This USA Jack, it's probably going to be $50. A lot of people are concerned about their health. I am too, especially more for Roy Jones and Mike Tyson. Roy Jones, like I said, he been slept, man. Look, that fight with Dennis Lebedev, he was winning that fight, man. A 10 rounder. Got caught in the 10th. One punch, and he went face flat on the canvas, face first. Same with Enzo Maccarinelli. These guys couldn't touch a prime Roy Jones. They literally couldn't touch him. Can't be touched. Can't get rocked. We smooth. We hot. When will you just learn? I love that Roy Jones song. But September 12th, people will tune in. I myself will tune in. I'm concerned for Roy Jones' health. It's an exhibition. I'm not going to sit here and tell you, oh, they're going to take it easy on each other. They're not going to try to take each other's head off. They're just going to be boxing, moving around. I can't say that. I don't know what's going to happen. I seen Muhammad Ali go to Japan for his biggest payday of his career and fight some sumo wrestler, man. This dude was kicking the shit out of the man, Muhammad Ali's shins. I'm saying, and that actually deteriorated his boxing career and his legs. And that was Muhammad Ali's biggest payday, but that was an exhibition. And that exhibition, and it ended up being a draw. That exhibition, I'm sure Ali, if he knew that this guy's going to be trying to take his shins out, getting blood clots in his shins, he probably wouldn't have not. They probably would have had something in the contract, no kicking in the shins. So, look, it's an exhibition. Anything goes. I personally considered McGregor versus Floyd an exhibition. I wasn't mad at the fight. I just didn't like the fact that they sanctioned it as a legitimate fight for a guy like Conor who had zero professional fights as a boxer. It was an exhibition, but in reality, it was a real fight for going on the records. Should have been an exhibition, But Conor McGregor got his ass whooped, man, in that 10th round when he was getting the snot beat out of him, literally. Was that an exhibition? Or was that the pain? It was that the hurt game. B-Marsh Boxing, y'all gonna have to tell me. Mike 104 in the chat says, the winner gets James Toney. Yeah. Anderson Silva versus Roy Jones exhibition. How about even the winner of Roy Jones and uh Mike Tyson gets to fight guys like, I don't know, Holyfield, James Toney, I ain't mad at that. Michael Nunn just had an exhibition fight. And Mike Tyson talked about it with Max Kellerman like an old timers league. I'm not mad at that because guys are actually in the same age bracket rather than a guy coming back to fight a guy much younger than him. Mike 104 says, LOL, McGregor got knocked out in an exhibition. It's got to count. Absolutely, man. It counts. Counted as 50-0, but before the fight, I didn't think that fight should have been sanctioned as a legitimate boxing fight. But McGregor got his ass handed to him, you know what I mean? He caught Floyd with an uppercut here and there. Floyd was walking him down like Frankenstein because he knows he can do that. Big ups to Mike 104. Thanks for everybody in the chat. I'm going to catch you on the next one. Let me know what y'all think about this man, Mike Tyson and Roy Jones. Roy Jones came into boxing in 1988. Mike Tyson in 85, so a 3-year difference. So they probably in the same, almost around the same age bracket. I know Mike is a little older. But hey, we shall see how it goes down September 12th. I'm gone. Peace.